Alright, this is lesson 15 for Algebra 1. We're going to be adding mixed numbers today. We've been working with fractions, and we might have had mixed number answers. Now we're going to add mixed numbers together with mixed numbers. And we're dealing with fractions. I know it's a very basic concept, but we want to make sure we have these foundational steps solid so that when you work on the actual Algebra 1 problems, you're ready to go and move forward. It'll actually help you move forward. And I think it's helping you out. Raise your hand if you feel stronger about fractions since before we started school. Okay, good. It's really important. Because honestly, these little things, you know, if you can't get the little things right, you won't be able to do the big things. Okay? So, that's what we're doing today. Here are the steps. If you're on the video, please pause the video here, and I will move on to numbers 1 and 2 right now. Here we go. So number 1, it says 2 2/9 plus 3/5. So we're just watching right now. Eyes on the board, on the screen, pencils down, no writing. You'll get a chance to write, I promise. So 2 2/9 plus 3/5. First thing you want to do is rewrite it vertically. I always write it as 2 2/9 and 3 2/5, and 3/5. Now over here on the left, I'm going to add a 0 as a place number, okay? Because there isn't a whole number there, but I want to know that there is a place there. Does it change my problem when I add a 0 there? Nope. Just like if I were to say, hey, I'm going to give you all $0, does it change how much money you got? No, it doesn't do anything, right? So now we're going to work from right to left, and we're going to add. Unfortunately, we don't have the same denominator, so we have to do what we did last week, find a common denominator. So we make a list. We got 9, multiples of 9 up here. And then I see 45 pop up. I know 45 is a good number for 5 because it's definitely a multiple because it ends in 5. So I know my lowest common denominator is going to be 45. So I'm going to rewrite my whole numbers there, 2 and 0, and then my denominators I need to convert to 45 like I did last week. Okay, then I ask myself, what do I multiply 9 with to get 45? I multiply with 5, so 5 times 2 is 10, okay? Ask myself again, what do I multiply 5 with to get 45? 9. 9 times 3 is 27. And then I continue my math problem, adding it. 10 plus 27 is 37. Keep my denominator at 45 and bring it down, okay? Then I add 2 plus 0 is 2. That's it. Then I ask myself, can I simplify this? Nope. And then I ask myself, is there an improper fraction, 37/45? Nope, that looks good. So we are done. We're going to box our answer. And that's it. We're done with number 1. Okay. Number 2, watch me do it one more time. Same thing. I'm going to start with rewriting the problem as a vertical problem. Okay, and I'm going to figure out lowest common multiple, so I'm going to do multiples of 8 and 10. So I'm noticing, hey, look, 40, that ends in 0, right? Any multiples of 10 end in 0, right? 10 all the way down to 40. And at this point, you're probably getting better at this. You could have probably done that in your head, right? So we're going to rewrite the whole numbers first. Keep the whole numbers the same, but our denominators will change, right? They're going to change to denominators of 40. So we ask yourself, 8 times what is 40? 8 times 5, so 7 times 5 is 35. Oh, went too fast here. 7 times 5 is 35. Okay. Then we ask ourselves, 10 times what is 44? 4 times 1 is 4. And now our problem's set up. We work from right to left, okay? Right to left. So 35 plus 4 is 39. Oh, boy, went too fast. And then 5 plus 6 is 11. And we have 11 and 39 40ths. Can't simplify this. This is not an improper fraction, so we're good. We're all ready to go. Okay? Does that make sense, everyone? Okay. So what I'd like you to do is, it's Monday. Let's turn to your name. 1 Stella 2 is about number 1. And then 2 Stella 1 is about number 2. And then please start writing. I'll give you a few minutes. And then I'll know you're ready when you are writing it down. Okay? Or getting your Doceri app going. Ready, go. Okay, number 3. I'll start us off on number 3. We got 1 plus 3 1/3. So, check your hair, make sure it's all good. There we go. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is write it vertically, right? We got 1 is a whole number, right? So we got 1, and is there a fraction by the 1? No, so what number represents nothing? 0, right? It's 1 and 0 thirds, right? Our common denominator will be 1/3 because there's only one denominator to choose from up here, right? Did you all see how I added 0 thirds as a place marker in this example? Yes or no? Yes? Okay, good. Okay. So do we have a common denominator to begin with? Yeah, it's 3. That was the only denominator that was possible, so there isn't anything to convert. We added a 0 thirds as a place marker. So what's 0 thirds plus 1/3? 1/3, good. Okay. Finish up the problem. What's 1 plus 3? Show me the final answer on your boards. Ready? Go. I'll give you 20 seconds. So this one is 4 and 1/3. Correct. Okay, next one. I'll start you off again. We got 5 and 1/2 plus 1/6. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is write it as a vertical problem. 5 and 1/2 plus 1/6, right? Turn your neighbor, tell him what you should do next to the 1/6. Okay, what should we do? 0. What's that 0 called? The what marker? Placeholder, right? Or place marker, right? Okay. Next, what's our common denominator going to be? We have 2 and 6, right? 12?
6.
Why 6?
Because 2 goes into 6.
Oh, 2 goes into 6. We don't just multiply, right? So we want to rewrite this. Watch what I do. I just bring down my whole numbers, and then I rewrite my fraction, right? The 6 is already in my second denominator, so I don't need to convert that, but the top one I do. 2 times what is 6? 3 times 1 is?
3.
Good. Right? So I want you to finish up this problem for me. Oh boy. By yourselves. Go. Hopefully you didn't see the answer. Okay, go. My fingers clicked forward on accident. Alright, 5 and 2/3. We have 5 and 4/6, right? What's 3 plus 1? 4. 4 over 6, we could simplify. 2 goes into each of those accordingly, and we get 5 and 2/3 as our answer. Good. Alright, next one, number 5. Number 5. This one I'm going to let you work out by yourself. I'll give you a few moments here. Okay, so number 5, right? We write it vertically first as follows. We find a common denominator of 9, so we only have to convert one denominator. We add the numerators, 8 9ths, and we're done, okay? Last one, number 6. This one's going to be a little bit of a challenge because you're going to have to definitely apply step 4 on this one, okay? Let's see if you can do it by yourself. I think you can. We need to rewrite this vertically, right? Then we're noticing we have uncommon denominator, right? 5 and 9, lowest common denominator is going to be 45. So I have to rewrite these, but I'm going to bring my whole numbers down, okay? And I'm asking 5 times 1 is 45, 5 times 9 is 45, 9 times 3 is 27, right? And we got 9 times what is 45, 9 times 5, 5 times 7 is 35, okay? So we got some bigger numbers here, right? Then we have to ask, what's 27 plus 35? 62, right? But for some students, that's kind of hard, right? If that's hard for you, do a side problem. Watch this. Just put 27 plus 35 as a side problem like that, okay? That's totally fine. Your paper doesn't have to look all perfect, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. 4 plus 5 is 9. Then we have 62 over 45. We need to do a side problem because that's an improper fraction. So we go 1 and 17 is our remainder, I think, right? Okay? So what do we do with that? This is what we do with it. Check it out. We know we have an extra remainder of 1, so we're going to have to add that 1 to 9. So 9 plus 1 is going to be 10, okay? And then we're going to bring down the 17 and 45. Then we ask ourselves, can I simplify that? Nope, that's your answer, okay? Questions? Okay, cool. So that concludes this lesson. What I'd like you to do is discuss the following questions.